Welcome to Monday Night Rants on the Better Sports Network. What is going on, everybody? Somebody has a case of the Mondays. Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles. And, well, Bob's your uncle. Rants on the Street with Thomas Stevens. Shout out to my producer, Tyler Heavy T. Soto. Boom. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Monday Night Rants on the Better Sports Network. Sorry for the late start. We use Restream here to stream on all your favorite social media platforms, and they're having some outages, so we had to wait until they were cleared before we can start again. So I hope I'm live out there to all of you. I'm not sure. So if you are out there, please go in the chat and tell me that you are out there. So I know that we are doing our show tonight, because we have a great, and I mean fantastic, show tonight, as always here on Monday Night Rants. Yeah, Heavy T, check the YouTube page and make sure we're live. Yep. Okay, there you go. We are live. We are back live. Okay, sorry about the technical difficulties. It wasn't us. It's the platform we use. Welcome to the internet. You can't always win all the time. But yes, welcome to Monday Night Rants on the Better Sports Network, on Fantasy Alarm, at Better Network, at Fantasy Alarm, and all your favorite social media platforms. As always, as I said, great show tonight, because tonight is Monday Night Football, the Broncos and the Bills. Yes. So we decided, instead of doing our normal show, we're going to bring back tonight a cult classic here on Monday Night Rants. And we are bringing back Heavy T's. That's right. My producer tonight is always behind the glass, wishing everyone love and good energy back there. Tyler Heavy T. Soto. We're bringing back his beloved game show, Make the Cut. That's right. And joining me tonight on Make the Cut will be fellow producers here on the Better Sports Network, Adam Bernard, Anthony Rivera, and Jared Moore. Woo! Are we going to have some fun trying to go backwards in time, year by year, in each category to try to not miss the cut, or get cut, if you will, during the show? That would be at top of the hour, so make sure you stay tuned for that. It's always lots of laughs and always lots of fun. Coming at the bottom of this hour, as I'm going to have to whip through the rant lines today really quickly because of the technical difficulties to get back on pace, but I will do it. I will do it. And always good segues as well. We will have Rants on the Street with Thomas Stevens. We'll discuss a little NBA, around the NBA, what's going on as well with him. And then to end the show out, Case of the Mondays, and then a very special Guillotine League eulogy from Heavy T. All right? So there you have it. All right, so right now it's currently 3-0 in this exciting game, but the Broncos are in the red zone, or close to that. They are in the red zone. And man, the Bills, I don't even know what to make this team anymore. They were on top of the world, and now they're at, like, I don't know, if they lose this game, it'll be 500. And they're not even currently in a playoff spot if it ended today. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouchie. Wow, Bills. Where are you? Other teams we thought were good, maybe the best team, we have to kind of hold back a little bit on them as well. More on that on the rant lines, which we'll get into right now. Everybody, welcome to this edition, the November 13th edition of the Rant Lines. I like that. Oh, poor Kirk Cousins. We had a really interesting day yesterday, and what a lot of people were saying, man, oh man, this weekend sucks. These games are terrible. I don't want to watch these. I don't want to bet them. I don't want to play them. And I'll tell you what, it was a wild Sunday. Great games all the way around. The Browns, the Texans, the Cardinals, the Lions, oh my, the Seahawks, all winning with field goals in the final play of their games. The most game-winning scores with no time remaining in the fourth quarter in a single week in 104 years. That's the history of the league. We had the most last play kicks ever. So what everyone thought was going to be a terrible day in the NFL ended up being, maybe not fantasy-wise or betting-wise, ended up being a fantastic day to watch. So shout out to all of that. What's been crazy 69.8% of all games so far within one score in the fourth quarter. That's right. Of all the games so far this season after 10 weeks, 69.8% of them within one score in the fourth quarter. Also, never been done in the history of the league. Crazy stuff there for sure. Speaking of crazy stuff, Rookie of the Year, check. Can we start talking about MVP possibly for CJ Stroud? Huh? Hear me out, right? Who was everybody really high on? Obviously, Mahomes was a favorite. Well, where has he been? Not playing his best football. Oh, Josh Allen. Dude's losing to the Denver Broncos right now. Monday Night Football hasn't looked good, right? Hurts hasn't looked that great. I mean, he's been serviceable. We thought, oh, Lamar Jackson's back to MVP Lamar Jackson. In comes CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud leads the NFL in passing yards. Huh? But Sam Howell leads the NFL in passing yards. Yeah, but he's played one more game and he only leads by 100. Realistically, it's CJ Stroud. He's in the top 10 in most statistical quarterback categories this year. And the good ones. As he leads the league in passing yards, and he has way less completions than the other people in the top 10 of passing yards. So his yards per catch, he's getting the ball downfield. And the dude only has 2 interceptions, which is the least among qualified quarterbacks. The dude is balling. He's balling at a really high completion rate. He's balling at a low turnover rate. And he's winning games over 500. And now that Jacksonville streak came to an end, looking like they have a chance to really win the division, which I said in the preseason. And there's a possibility if all these other quarterbacks, because it is a quarterback award, or else Tyreek Hill should probably have it. It's a possibility. Or McCaffrey, one could argue. You could argue that he deserves the right to be in the top 5 MVP voting conversation right now. And if he keeps on playing the way he is, possibly win it. So shout out to our boy, CJ Stroud. Woo! We're getting through them now, aren't we, people? Yes, we are. Who needs defense? Oh, this game has a lot of defense, but not in the shootout in LA yesterday. The Lions no longer have the league's worst defense. That's right. They're playing much better. I believe that belongs to the Chargers now. Their defense couldn't stop anybody. Every drive down the field, Amon-Ra St. Brown, it went back and forth. The Chargers were just on the other end of that in time. They were always the ones trying to tie it instead of the ones trying to prevent the Denver from tying it. A lot of that has to do with the bad interception from Justin Herbert. I'm not going to lie. That took them into that part of the game, and it just went back and forth ever since, and the Chargers just couldn't do anything about it. Their defense terrible. And if Derwin James, who's one of the great Swiss Army knives, can play linebacker, can play on the line, can cover, can play safety. If he does make a play, he gets flagged for hitting too hard. It's like every game, right? That cost him. That was on 3rd down and long. So the Chargers have some problems, but man, I'll tell you what, even though the Chargers are losing these games and not looking good, shout out to Justin Herbert, who he just eclipsed Hall of Famer and current Monday night host along with me, Peyton Manning, for, well, most by a player in his first 4 NFL seasons. So he has the most passing yards in his first 4 NFL seasons. However, that doesn't translate to wins, as we saw yesterday. Also, Keenan Allen has 15 career games with at least 11 receptions. No one else has ever done in the league. So the offense is there. The defense sucks. And if they make one error, they have to punt once. The Chargers are on the other end of a shootout almost every time. Now, on the other side of that, Detroit's offense looked fantastic. Their defense did not look good. But they have a tough road ahead of them. Their next games in order to have a chance for maybe the 1 seed are this: Kansas City, Buffalo, San Francisco, Dallas, and Seattle, all in a row. Those 5 games. Woo! It's going to be a rough road for the Lions at this point, but luckily they're off to a pretty good start, and we'll guarantee you they're going to probably make the playoffs, but no longer up there to win the division after what the Minnesota Vikings have done, especially with their new quarterback and what everybody is now calling the Pastronaut. That's right. By the way, that's a real picture of him in a NASA astronaut uniform because he was, and this is real, he actually turned down NASA to play football in the NFL. He's literally a rocket scientist. And shout out to him, by the way, because no Kirk Cousins. They bring Joshua Dobbs in. They had Hall. He gets hurt. Joshua Dobbs comes and plays his mind out. He has a little bit better players around him in Minnesota than Arizona. Don't tell that to Kyler Murray yesterday. But, man, the Vikings are now 6-4. You know, just what, 1 game behind the Lions, or 2 games behind the Lions? They can make a run here with that Lions schedule and possibly win the division. That is crazy to say, but it is very, very possible with Joshua Dobbs, especially if Jefferson is coming back. If they go 3-4 down the stretch in the NFC, 3-4, they only win 3 of the next 4 games. They'll be 9-8. That'll likely get them into the postseason in a terrible NFC. And next year, can somebody please sign this dude and give the Pastronaut a starting gig from training camp all the way through? He's deserving. Looking at you, New York Giants. Danny DeVito's son plays like he's Danny DeVito. Come on. How many rookie quarterbacks have started this year? Undrafted. Give this guy a chance next year on a team. Give him a contract to be a starting quarterback already. He deserves it. He's a rocket scientist. Shout out to Joshua Dobbs. Sorry for yelling at your heavy team. I was just saying this last week. I said, man, the Ravens could be the best team in the NFL. They really, really, really could. Lamar's playing at an MVP level. They're in first place in probably the toughest division in all of football in the AFC North. And then even through halftime yesterday, I was like, wow, man, that's a tough Browns defense, and they're giving it to them. It didn't help that Deshaun Watson started the game like 0 for 9 with a pick 6, but no one's talking about that now, are they? But here you go. Just when you thought Lamar Jackson was the MVP frontrunner, 2 bad interceptions. Just when you knew to take the under in this game between the Baltimore and Browns defenses. It's a guarantee the way unders have been hitting. Nah, just kidding. It went over. It was a shootout, and there was 2 defensive touchdowns, which is pretty crazy. Just when you knew the team with the best kicker in the league, Justin Tucker, has an advantage. Nah, he was outkicked by Dustin Hopkins. Yes. And just when you thought the Ravens may be that number 1 team, nope. The Browns are right at their heels. The Steelers are right at their heels. The Bengals, I don't know what happened to them yesterday. More on them later. But yeah, nevermore. I don't know who the best team in the NFL is right now on the AFC side. I couldn't tell you. I would have said it was the Bengals. Probably still the Chiefs, but they're not playing great football either. I have no idea. If you know, hit me up in the chat. Let me know. Say, I think this team's the best team in the AFC. Maybe I'll agree with you, or maybe I'll tell you to go kick rocks. I don't know. Find out later. Oh, we don't. Never more, I said. Not one more. Jesus, these people. The end of streaks yesterday. I'm getting a kick out of this one. The Jacksonville Jaguars had the longest winning streak in the NFL at 5 games, by the way. Now there's like 5 teams tied at 2 or something like that. I don't know. And they were absolutely annihilated by the 49ers. Absolutely annihilated by the 49ers. You're thinking, wow, Christian McCaffrey probably had, 1, 2, 3 touchdowns? Probably extending that streak from 17 to 18 games for a touchdown. Guess what? No touchdown for McCaffrey. The best part is, up by 31 points with 3 minutes left in the game on the goal line, Kyle Shanahan thought it was wise, I don't know why, to put McCaffrey in and give him the ball for 4 straight plays to try to extend that streak. Risk A, him getting hurt. Because if I'm Jacksonville, I haven't seen this dude in a quarter, and all of a sudden he's coming in the game. Gee, I wonder who the ball's going to. Come on now, Shanahan. Why are you putting your player in there for a chance to get hurt to break a record he's already tied to had? It's stupid. It's dumb. And he could have gotten hurt. Hey, he didn't even get it. You failed 4 times. You look even dumber. You look dumber against a second-string Jacksonville defense. At the end, though, when asked about it, McCaffrey said, yeah, I suck. Because everybody else on the team scored. Except for me. Stupid move by Shanahan. I don't agree with it. And I mean whatsoever there. Ooh, ouch. That hurt. Yeah, it's a picture of Derek Carr there. We're going to go over some injuries real quick that happened yesterday in the league. Derek Carr is obviously the one you want to talk about. It's a shoulder and concussion on the same play. So not only does he have to get his shoulder worked out, which is his throwing shoulder, by the way, he also has a concussion he has to get cleared by. And I know Jameis Winston came in and threw a touchdown to Olave, which it was lucky as hell. If most of the times you throw that pass he threw across his body in the end zone, it's intercepted. But somehow Olave made the catch, and kudos to that. But after that, he was just terrible. And he can Jameis Winston even throw the ball less than 20 yards? Or does he always just have to bomb it out there every time? It was really sad to watch. 2 interceptions, including the game-losing interception where he could have just did like 2 checkdowns and got closer, and there was plenty of time left. I don't know why he threw that, but obviously if Carr is going to miss time, they do have a bye next week. So if Carr is going to miss any time, obviously Jameis is your man, and you're going to probably get a lot of Taysom Hill peppered in that situation as well. But not liking it there in New Orleans whatsoever. Taylor Heineke left the game with a hamstring injury, bringing back in, yes, that's right, Desmond Ridder. Not sure who the quarterback will be. Hamstring. They do have a bye as well next week. Obviously, Taylor Heineke, it seemed, was playing better than Ridder. I don't know. I can't tell you. Maybe Heavy T knows. I don't. But it did not look good either way. And I'm scared for any receiver and tight end on that team going forward. Mac Jones has a bum bruise. No, I'm just kidding. It is a bruise, and that's why he was removed from the game. But I believe it was poor performance, to say the least. Not like Brady Zappi came in and made it even better one. He was just as bad and probably threw one of the worst interceptions I've seen all year. So from a health perspective, Jones should be good, except for the fact that he called out his coaches in a post-game interview about not throwing a Hail Mary at the end of the first half. So maybe this could be the end of an era. The end of an era for Mac Jones and his bum bruise, if you will. Speaking of injuries, this came over the news line today. We're going to move to baseball for a second. I know it's off season, but this was just a jackass move in the eyes of Cashman here for the Yankees. And this is interesting to say the least. He literally came out in an interview and said that Giancarlo Stanton, a part of his game, is getting hurt. Like, that's a part of his game. He gets hurt. What a jackass thing to say. He said, we're going to try to limit how much he's hurt, obviously, but we're going to expect that he's going to get hurt. And he even called him, and I quote, injury prone. We know. But what kind of confidence is that to give to your player in an interview to say, yeah, we know he's injury prone? Well, guess what? Last year he was injury prone. And when he wasn't, his performance when he was healthy was absolute trash too. So now, instead of saying, he's going to be back next year, better than ever, he's going to work in the offseason, we have confidence in him, you pretty much told him, you're going to get hurt. And when you're not hurt, you better perform, and not like this year, or else you're done, or you just plain suck. Like, the confidence man of Cashman is absolute terrible. A terrible thing to say. This team is absolutely, and I mean absolutely, going the wrong direction. If they didn't make the playoffs this year, I don't see how they're going to get better. I don't think they're going to get Juan Soto. Oh, you're going to get Juan Soto. Juan Soto's going to make the difference. Juan Soto's going to take us to the World Series. Ask the Padres. How did that work out? And the Padres have a better roster right now than you do. So, shh on that, Yankees fans. Yankees are going to be bad again next year, even if they got Juan Soto. because you get Juan Soto. You're not going to be able to get anyone else. Your pitching after Garrett Cole is absolutely terrible. You got rid of Jordan Montgomery. He was one of the best pitchers of the postseason. Oops. Half your pitchers are either on steroids or hitting women. Like, get out of here with this. Like, it's a terrible look. This is a terrible look. I like it. And if I'm a Yankees fan, I'm not yelling for them to get Juan Soto. I'm yelling for Cashman to shut the heck up about his players and give some confidence in them. Build a team, and not just trying to pay for one superstar to fix it. It's not how it works anymore. Ask the Rangers. Ask the Arizona Diamondbacks. Ask the Rays. Ask half the teams that were in the playoffs. And I like Giancarlo Stanton. I'm going to be honest. And yeah, he is injury prone. I'll say it. I don't care. He is. I have in my dynasty league every year. I got to just clear an IL spot for him for at least 2 weeks. I get it. But for Cashman to say that out loud in an interview, jackass move, bro. Cashman,
you are one pathetic loser.
All right. I got through it as quick as I could to get back on schedule, and it looks like we are. Woo! Woo! I'm like Ric Flair all of a sudden now. I don't know. We're going to take a quick break. After the break, we're going to talk a little MMA, I think, some NBA, and of course, Rants on the Street with Thomas Stevens. We'll see you in a couple of minutes, my fellow ranters. Boom.
The Bears have to be one of the most inept franchises of any sport I've ever seen in my entire life. And they share the city with the White Sox, who are also inept. Like, that is how bad the Bears are. I just don't understand how you can go your entire existence and the quarterback that wins you a Super Bowl is Jim McMahon. You couldn't find anybody else.
They don't have a good history with quarterbacks, but they let him be the quarterback for a long time, too.
Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes right there. Mm-hmm. And you drafted Mitch Trubisky. They were right there. I there's a lot of pain in being a Falcons fan. The Bears are one of the teams I could argue they might have it worse, and they have a Super Bowl. And when the best quarterback in the past 50 years is Jay Cutler, you have a problem.
That's so funny that you just said that. We were talking about Jay Cutler the other day, me and my friend, and I was like, yeah, he was on, because we were watching the Colorado Rockies game against the Giants, and it looked like he was behind the thing. I was, yeah, well, he played for Denver most of his career. We looked it up. Chicago let him be their starting quarterback way too long.
Here's the thing, too, is that Jay Cutler wasn't bad. Like, he was erratic. He wasn't terrible, though.
The poor man's Brett Favre.
I'm taking him over Justin Fields. I'm sorry.
I would.
But Jay Cutler led that team to an NFC title game that they lost to Green Bay. But he's gotten farther than anybody else. You want to know who the other starting quarterback was for the Bears in the other Super Bowl appearance they made? It was Rex Grossman. What are we doing out here? It was Rex Grossman, and Kyle Orton was the backup. How are you that bad? Bro, like, oh my God. Listen to the top 5. According to Football Reference, the top 5 greatest Bears quarterbacks of all time. Jay Cutler, number 1.
I can't believe it.
Sid Luckman, who last played in 1950, is number 2. Jim Harbaugh is number 3. Jim McMahon, the Super Bowl winner, is number 4, and he played there for 6 years. And Mitch Trubisky, is number 5 on the list as terms of passing yards go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Monday Night Rants. We got music! And I think we're streaming out there live. I think we are. I'm not sure. I can't even see how many people or anything like I normally can. It's just.
I'm pretty sure you are. I was just watching.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah, so
cool. Yeah. I know I saw some chats come in. Someone said I'm looking good. So there you go.
There you go.
Hey.
It's always nice to hear.
I look pretty. I'm very energetic and looking good for someone who just spent 5 days in Vegas. I'll tell you that.
That's a
Most
fact.
people after 5 days in Vegas are like, oh, shit.
I'm surprised you didn't know, man. I thought you were just sleeping.
I took it easy on Saturday. I had like a lighter day. I did.
Wow, you took it easy on UFC, huh?
Well, I actually didn't do UFC.
Okay.
Well, they were showing it. We watched a little bit of it, but I was more into the USC Oregon game.
Yeah.
By the way, I absolutely crushed Betty. Oh my goodness, man! I was on everything. I got up early. I went to the Tap, which is in MGM Grand. Got myself a seat at the bar where they have all the TVs. It was right outside. Is the sports?
Yeah, the sports book's right there. Yeah.
All my tickets and all my research, everything. And man, I crushed.
Nice. Like, it's always nice to go to Vegas and crush the sports book.
Yeah. Now I had a few buddies there. They were doing their 5-7 game parlays. Of course, none of them did.
No.
You know,
they're just straights.
I just tried to get majority win. I ended up with like I think like almost 80%.
Yeah, no, I mean that's the way to do it. But if you end up profitable, 100%. So what you lose too, you know. If you do, a volume, then you're gonna profit.
Yeah, and then my other buddy was still there, and we left earlier. So I bet a bunch of NFL yesterday. Gave him my tickets so he could Venmo me. You know,
really,
I won some of those as well. So I had a pretty good week.
I completely forgot you were there. I saw your text message, and then I'm just remembering right now.
I learned how to play craps. That was cool.
Craps is fun. I
played some blackjack. Did a few slots. Not really my thing. Every once in a while, I'll be walking by. I'll see one that I like. Feels good. I like the ones that say last win 0. Because that means someone just left. There's a chance. You got to look, because if you look at it says last win and there's money amount, chances, I mean, you got to think like that just paid out. Like, what are we gonna do it again? You know, so a little bit of strategy there, but not really. I just going $5, and I always max bet it out. Like you got to max bet.
Not, right? Yeah. If you're doing the littlest one, dude, it's so hard. I mean, it's so
dude, I want to sit there.
You gotta switch it up.
Do I want to sit there doing minimum bet at 1 cent just to be unsatisfied after 2 hours?
Yeah, and then you finally win.
Let's just get it over with in 30 seconds, shall we? Max bet. I got shit to do.
Yep.
But it was fun though. Everyone had a good time.
Nice, man. Nice.
It was cool. I saw Shin Lim, the magician. It was amazing.
Oh.
I recommend that if you go to Shin Lim and Colin Cloud. He's like a mentalist too that's with him. It's absolutely entertaining and a lot of fun.
For sure.
Check that out.
Let's go.
Shout out to Shin Lim, baby. If you're watching, I got you.
We gotta get him to watch us.
I got you. But yeah, so UFC, I just we watched a little bit of it. Every 295, by the way, every fight I think in the main event were knockouts, if I believe. I don't believe any one of them went to the distance. No real surprises going over it either. I was able to watch the Matt Frivola fight. He got his ass kicked. But then after that we were kind of going around watching college football and stuff, and then we saw a little bit of the Pierre fight. Obviously he won, kind of a rematch that I think he deserved to win, and obviously going to fight for a title again. I think Aspinall should be fighting for a title again as well.
That was my shocker.
A little bit.
I mean, it looked like I definitely saw the pathway for Aspinall. You know, like it's not like too much of a shocker, because when you have two heavyweights, and especially one with the skill that Tom does have, it could happen. But I thought Pavlovich had it, man. I thought he was. I had him on the money. Like I had him. I did a lot of tape, a lot of research, and I was definitely wrong. But Aspinall, I mean, the thing about Aspinall is like he catches you. You know, he's so fast on his combos.
He's very
fast. You don't see that in the heavyweight.
Yeah.
So, you know,
again, I didn't see the fight. I just know what kind of fighter it is. So when I saw he won, but I'm not really surprised actually.
It happened the way that
he deserves a shot, I think, and I think he's going to get it. And
I will say, look, I'm all for Aspinall having the interim belt. I mean, I like Aspinall, so I don't mind it. It's a weak division anyways. So
is it technically an interim belt? I guess it is, right?
No, I don't think John Jones is ever coming back. I don't think I don't think anything is going to be worth it enough to John Jones to come back. I think that Gane was the one that was like the check mark in the heavyweight division for him, and I think that he checked that off. And there's a lot that they're going to offer him, and I just don't think risk reward is really there for him. So I think eventually that belt might just be Aspinall's to take, really.
Maybe he'll go fight Nagano in the baddest man alive.
I feel like I honestly could see that more than I can him making a
return. And make a ton of money. That is,
they do make a ton of money.
I'm really looking forward to, and hopefully we get all the fighters there. The last main event of the year in 296, Edwards Covington.
Yeah.
It's a close. The odds are already out, obviously, and it's closer than I thought. With Edwards only being minus 125 and Covington 105. I really like Edwards. I know he had. I understand his win. I understand what rose him to the top.
Yeah.
But you know what? He's a good fighter, and he's already backed it up once. So I think he's going to be okay. And Colby Covington, he's good when he wants to be. And he's a bad man. Don't get me wrong. But he just seems to wear down quickly in all of his fights.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think like Leon's the easy answer, and I'm on Leon. I think Leon wins. I think the age, that everything like that plays a factor.
He has a kick.
No, yeah, 100%. My only worry with that fight is just the style of Colby Covington is very matchable to Leon Edwards.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like it's interesting. And being a vet. I'll definitely be sprinkling, honestly, on Colby Covington. 100%.
If it goes past 3, though, he's gonna be a little bit of trouble. I think
that's my thing. I think that if Colby's gonna do it, it's gonna be off of something that is a Joe Rogan, oh my god moment, and you know what I mean. Nobody saw it coming, and he gets it done in the first 2 rounds, maybe the 3rd round, but the gas tank will go. He's old, man. He's been around. Colby Covington's been around, man. So
I know. But then also another title bout with Pantoja and Rival. Now, the odds are a little bit not in the favor of Brandon here. But, this is going to be a really scrappy fight. Obviously, Pantoja clearly the favorite and should win. But you never know, especially since it's a number 4 challenger, not a 1 or 1, 2, or 3. Yeah. That's what the odds are so split. But I may sprinkle just a little money because I've seen Pantoja have a little bit of problems before, especially early on until he gets it together. So, I mean, we'll talk about this fight more when it comes up. We're going a month ahead. So let's move on. I just want to say I'm really excited about this and why everybody else is going to get excited about this fight. The 5-6 in the welterweight with Stephen Thompson, who's a beast, and Rakhmonov is going to be a great fight and probably the best fight of the night. We'll talk about it more, but why everybody in the world and around the world will be watching. Paddy Pimblett is back, baby. He's fighting. Oh God, no way.
Yes,
he's fighting the ageless wonder Tony Ferguson.
Oh,
he's already a minus 325 favorite. And then the other Irishman, Gary, will be fighting Luque, also a 258 favorite. We'll be talking about it more as it comes.
Gary's a badass.
Fight in Ireland. No, it's at T-Mobile, but both Irish fighters are fighting. Well, no, wait, Pimblett's from England, I guess. Yeah. He's not really Irish, but he looks Irish.
I can't stand him.
Dude, I can't.
How many times he's ruined my DraftKings lineup?
Yeah, I had that haircut when I was like in 5th grade, where they just put the bowl over your head and just trim everything.
I guess when
around,
when you got money like that, who cares, dude? They don't care. I would think his stylist would say something, but
yeah. But we're looking forward to 296, and when that week comes, Thomas and me, and maybe we can bring on a guest, but we'll have all of our top bets, DFS lineups, all that good stuff. To get you to win. I was just 295 with John Jones dropping out was so disappointing. I wanted to get hyped for 296. Real quick before I get to the rants on the street, I do kind of want to talk about the NBA with you real quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let me pull it up. I got like a billion tabs here. There it is. Just a quick rundown. Surprise teams, what we're right about, what we're wrong about. What I was right about, I'm going to say it right now, and you kind of agree with me. The Milwaukee Bucks struggling from the gate with this new tandem. If you will. They're currently sitting the A spot 5-4, lost 2 in a row now, and just not meshing. But you can see the signs. You can see that it's going to happen. Just win is the question, because you got the Pacers who are hot. You got Atlanta Hawks, Orlando Magic who are still above 500. And of course, the 76ers, who we said it's either going to be all or nothing, right? Well, they decided to go all, my friend. And they're leading the NBA right now at 8-1. And Maxey is it. He is him. I will say that right now. James Harden, who? More on that later. So do you what's the most surprise team here? Is it Minnesota? Is it Houston at 6-3?
Honestly, it's hard. Minnesota's interesting, right? Like I definitely want to give it to Minnesota. I don't even think I said Minnesota's name this offseason.
Yeah, they're kind of quiet,
very quiet, but
team,
they kept what they had. You know what I mean? And what they have is good. But the biggest thing with Minnesota has been Anthony Edwards. You know, I expected a leap, but this leap is, this is a leap. Like he could be the best player in the NBA, 100%.
Yeah. That dude did not need Rapunzel's hair. He just jumped up, got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's a baller, man. He's a baller. So I do want to give a little shout out to the Mavericks. The Mavericks, what they did in the offseason, they're doing really good. That's kind of, the Rockets are a surprise, but I expect the Rockets to fall off. The Rockets are my Utah Jazz of last year. They're gonna. I do think they're a little better, a little deeper, but I do expect once Phoenix gets healthy, figures things out, the Kings get Fox back. Jamal Murray comes back to the Nuggets. Everything, the Lakers get a little bit more healthy. When stuff comes back to the West, I don't see Houston continuing to have a winning record at all. Maybe a play-in team, though. Maybe a play-in team.
Phoenix and the Clippers are struggling right now.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. The Clippers, I don't have as a surprise because they traded for Harden. So what I said in the offseason doesn't add up to right now because it's a completely different team. So.
Make sure you stay for a very special edition of Case of the Mondays later.
I will. But I will say though, I love how even the NBA is right now. It is awesome to see so many teams genuinely have a chance to go win a championship. Because for a long time it wasn't like that. So it's dope. It's dope.
You know what's an interesting team before we go to the Rants on the Street and we'll rapid fire, which is probably a good thing because sometimes we go on tangents in the middle of it anyway. The Golden State Warriors, they're 6-5, but I saw a crazy stat that they're the only team with only one player to average over double digits.
Wow.
And it's just Steph Curry. Over 20 points, I believe, a game. The only team. And it's just Steph Curry. That's it. And he's done it a league high 11 times.
And Wiggins has been really struggling. Really struggling.
Yeah, and Draymond Green can't shoot anyways. And
plays bad shot selection.
Trey Thompson's, after all of his injuries, he's really only a 3 or nothing guy. And if he's cold, he's not going to score points.
Selection is terrible.
You don't have much off the bench.
Yeah, no, you don't.
So I don't think I'm a little lower on them now, going through a full season at this. That possibly, just possibly, they're going to be in that 8, 9, 10 range. It's going to be tough, especially with some of these other teams getting better. But luckily, they're in the West. Where there's clearly a gap between the teams that should go and not. We're in the East. It's anyone's game right now, really. For sure. It's going to be surprising. All right. Well, I'm sure we'll have more NBA the rant lines. Let's get the rant lines. Sorry. Already did those, people. Sorry. Go back and watch the on demand if you want to catch those. But let's go to Rants on the Street.
We're going to start in the NBA world for a couple of them. Number one, this is interesting. We don't think we've ever done this, but start, cut, and bench. The 3 players we're going to be start, cutting, and benching.
I like this.
LaMelo, Tyrese Halliburton, and Shea.
Start Shea, bench Halliburton, cut
That's
LaMelo.
Exactly mine. We don't even have to spend more time on that if you don't want to. I want the 2 people that are on the court.
Yeah. True. And Halliburton had a hell of a game the other day. Shai is very consistent, never hurt.
You see those 2 players kind of making this,
Yeah, LaMelo is just LaMelo, right? He's going to pad the stat lines and get close to triple doubles, but when he's healthy, but he's never hurt. He's never healthy. He's always hurt. So if I'm building a team and you gave me those 3 guys, I would 100%, not even close, say I'd build it around Shai at my point guard and Halliburton in the court, in the small court. And I would probably win a championship.
100%. That front court's insane.
Yeah, especially since I believe they're both still under their rookie contracts. So
you get a hell of a team around them.
I could definitely get some free agents to come in there and help them out. So
for sure.
This is the last year though of them both. But
we'll win it all right now.
Let's do it, baby. Let's do it.
All right, number 2. This is funny because we just kind of touched on this a little bit, but the Rockets a playing team.
I agree with you and what you said. I think they're starting out hot. So did the Jazz last year. They're young. They're exciting. Van Fleet's been really good. I hate to say it, but I know. But there, I said it. Okay, you want to know what it is? Then go back in slow mo and
Doesn't
watch
matter
my
how
mouth
loud
to see if you
you
can
said
read it. Yeah. And the young guns are playing. Every T did say that they would be good, and he's a genius. But yeah, okay,
I'll call you a
let's not get
genius
started
when the playoffs are
if they make the playoffs. Yeah. But yeah, and Parker's shown he's playing better.
Yeah, for sure.
Green is playing great. It's a good young
They're
team.
deep.
They have a lot of good young talent. It's just a matter of getting it together. And they could make a play-in game. They could. You know what? They could make. Looking at it now, they would have to beat out the Pelicans probably to make that last spot. And that's if the Clippers. Who knows?
Yeah. No. Seriously. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see them getting that 10
Trailblazers,
spot.
Pelicans.
I could see them getting that 10 spot, but that's the ceiling.
Yeah.
The 10 spot is the ceiling. Like, let's be real.
I agree, because before that, above that is especially 100%.
So there's a chance, not a good one,
Yeah,
but that's the ceiling.
No, I agree. I think they have enough of a team to where you can easily. They sound like a playing team. If you went through their roster and named everybody on the team, they sound like a playing team. So I could definitely see it, especially with the bottom of the West being so weak, the Clippers dropping off, the Grizzlies putting them in such a hole before Ja comes back that, are they going to be able to climb out of that? Probably not. So yeah, I could totally see it. Why not? Right. Especially when, as quiet as I could say, I'm going to say he is playing the way he has been playing these last couple of games. All right, on to number 3. I know this pains you, and we have another one in there who's going to pain you.
Oh no.
It doesn't really relate to your team though. Okay, it's just the player. What will happen to Harden after this season?
Let's see. What's a country that has basketball and loves beards? Greece. Go to Greece. Get the hell out of here.
With strip clubs.
Go to Greece and do your thing over there. There's probably strips. You probably have. I bet they have strip clubs in Greece, man.
Probably.
I bet they around you. I don't care. Just get the hell out of here.
Yep.
Go play somewhere else, man. This is embarrassing, man. He looks dumb, by the way, too. He always has the dumbest expression on his face with his stupid beard. I just say he always looks like he doesn't know where he is at any given moment.
Yeah.
And the way he's playing, I don't think he does.
It's rough.
But it's yeah. When this happened, I texted you. I hate this more than I hate anything in my life. Like I hate this.
No, you knew, man. You said it before it happened. Before it happened, you called it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I like war more than I love James Harden playing basketball on my team. Like, and I hate war. Like,
yeah, man. No, I agree. I think I have 5 words to say, and it's get ready to learn Chinese, man. I mean that's the only thing I could say. I think he's horrible. I think I expected the Clippers to be a worse team when they got this together. I didn't expect it to look like this. I didn't expect him to look like this. The clip I saw last night, he gets the ball, shoots a 3, air balls, gets it back, gets blocked, ends up on the floor. I mean, it looks horrible. They're taking Russell, and this pains me to say, they're taking Russell Westbrook out of the game for him, and that is a horrible move. Horrible move in that point of the game. It's terrible. So I think he get ready to learn Chinese. You're gonna go play with Dwight Howard.
I said, stay tuned because I have a very special stat for you on Taste of the Mondays that you're going to love, and it is not. It's not a good one.
I feel you. we'll get off it. Dude.
If someone told me for like you have 2 choices, either this is gonna go off the rails. Let's see. I don't want to bring up anything too controversial, so
tread lightly.
Yeah. If someone told me that I would have to listen to Bad Blood by Taylor Swift for the rest of my life, and it's the only song I could ever listen to, and every time I went in the car or turned on the radio, it was that. Every time I turned on the TV, it was that song that you heard the rest of my life. But James Harden would go to Greece and play basketball. I would consider listening to Bad Blood for the rest of my life on every song. Just get him the heck out of here. That's how bad it's been. A lot more things I would consider too, but we're not going to go there.
The Taylor Swift one was good, man. I feel like
there's things I would think about that most people wouldn't, to be like, well.
Yeah.
All right,
man. We'll get out of NBA world. We'll go to the NFL. Actually, my bad. Sorry, we are staying one more in the NBA. Luka and Kyrie, best duo in the NBA as of right now, if you have seen this year.
It's hard to go against Jamal Murray.
No, yeah, for sure.
And the Joker. I think Luka's playing out of his mind. consistently.
Kyrie's been playing pretty damn good too.
He's been playing good, but not as consistent. Sure. But I was never really high on Kyrie as being a solo superstar. You know, he always needed somebody else his entire career. But people thought of him like a solo superstar. He got a shoe deal, for God's sakes. They're still making his shoes, but he was never really that solo superstar. So in a way, this kind of helped him a little bit because in Brooklyn, I know he had Durant, but he was hurt.
Yeah, it was more of him being solo. Yeah, for sure.
Kyrie's out there saying some crazy things, and
Kyrie's not even available.
yeah. But I right now, I mean, I do think Giannis and Dame, talent-wise, you know, I think Dame is better than Kyrie, and you could argue that Giannis and Luka are pretty equal. You know, some days it goes to Luka, some days it goes to Giannis. I give the defense to Giannis for sure, and Dame at that matter. But I mean, Murray is. No one talks about Jamal Murray, man. Nobody
at all. Yeah,
he's as consistent as it comes, and he should be a superstar. Did he win the dunk contest 1 year too?
I don't know.
No, that was Spida. That was Mitchell. I think Donovan Mitchell won it. Sorry. But I mean, that's a nasty combo that no one talks about. And again, the Nuggets, no one's talking about. Again, they just won the NBA Finals, and nobody's talking about it.
It'll be the same.
And they're back in first place again, by the way.
As long as he's healthy. I mean, that's the key, right? You know, is him being healthy. But if he is, that's the best duo. I think it's interesting with this whole duo thing because for me, I look at it and I'm like, there's people that I would take besides those two, but they're just not performing the way that those two are right now. You know what I mean? Like I genuinely would take Kawhi and Paul George over those two. I'm serious. You know what I mean? But it's just the performance, you know, like what they're not ever on the court, like and so it's hard for me to say that. But honestly,
they've been on the court.
No,
they've been on the court.
Yeah, for sure. Just not
and
rarely
Paul
together.
George was the hottest player in the NBA for the first 3-4 games.
And then
something happened. I'm not going to say what. That completely changed the outcome of the team. It just made him suck ass.
Sure. But
which we all predicted here on Monday Night Rants.
It's interesting though because they have been balling. I mean, like if you look at those two stats right now, like they're both doing like great things together, and you knew they were offensively, but with the defensive pieces that they added, I mean, they're definitely up there.
That was the key.
They're definitely up there. You know, so.
Yeah, they're going to be a tough out, I think, of the playoffs. Because, again, we like what they did in the draft. Derek Lively. I like what they did as a whole to kind of fill those spots that they needed. That was their weak spot. And looking at these other teams, like Phoenix with no depth, and it shows when someone gets hurt, they can't win games. And it's, you know, they have a chance. They really do. I think it's Denver's to lose.
Yeah.
Looking at what I've seen so far. But they look like the second best team in the West right now. I'm not gonna lie.
For sure. Yeah. No, I could see it. Yeah.
Heidi ho.
That's all we.
On we go.
Oh wait, we do have one more, huh?
We have one more.
We're gonna go to the NFL, and this one's gonna kill you. I probably should have forgot this one. What's going on with the Chargers, man?
Oh, well, there's
exact
this
question. And Chargers in trouble.
Okay. Well, there's this thing. And this thing, you know, it involves all team sports, baseball. My daughter's in soccer, but I shout out to my daughter 4 goals while I was out of town. 4 goals, 5 goals the week before. Wow. She's on a tear. It was the last game of the season, but all she cares about is she got her medal and had a pizza party after. She loved it. But she's a stud. But even in that, one thing she did in that game that the Chargers cannot do.
I'd love to guess.
Okay, this is it. One thing she did, and this resulted in her scoring a goal, where she ran back, took the ball away from the other play, the other team, and then dribbled it the other side and scored. AKA, my daughter, on Saturday at 4-year-old soccer, played better defense than the Chargers do. You need to play defense in the NFL. Any kind, anything. Minnesota has the crappiest defense. They're winning games. Besides Aaron Donald, you look at the Rams defense and go, who the heck is that?
Yeah.
The Chargers have Derwin James, Bosa, Khalil freaking Mack. And they can't stop anybody. Anybody. At all. Ever. It's embarrassing. So yes, they're in trouble. and money-wise too, because they have a lot of money invested in these guys. And as a whole, they're playing terrible. It was a shootout. Like, Justin Herbert's breaking all these records. That's great. Keenan Allen's breaking these records. That's fantastic. Win games. Then I'll care.
No, legit. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Like, win games, like a shootout with which is fine. Detroit has a good offense. I get it. But the defense could never stop them. And the reason why the Detroit won that game the one time was the interception by Herbert. That one defensive play for Detroit put them in the charge to have the front. So
for sure.
Chargers are always chasing. That changed the whole
for 38 points, man. Yeah.
I believe the second half, no team punted. They just went back and forth for touchdowns until obviously the field goal at the end.
Yeah.
But
even that is possession points. So I mean,
yeah. So shout out to my daughter. Plays better defense than the Chargers.
For sure.
I don't think they'll make the playoffs. I look at the schedule.
I don't think you do either. I think it's too hard.
That was a must-win game.
I think it's too hard. I think the defense is the obvious answer. You need to absolutely fix everything that's going on with there. Joey Bosa may need to find a new home because he's ass. I'm saying it right now. I know.
Well, he's great for the 4 games he does play.
Yeah. But listen, I watched Joey Bosa. Jesus Christ, please take another angle to the quarterback just once in your life. Please do not go around every single time. Khalil Mack, power rushes. Push them back. You don't have to take this outside. It's just, I frustrates me. I watch the Chargers a lot because my best friend's a Chargers fan. And it's the one thing I watch every single game is Joey Bosa's angles on sacks is terrible. Derwin James is beautiful.
I hate you because you always say these things. Like, now I cannot see Josh Allen just do nothing but throw deep balls. And now I'm going to see nothing.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
It's just
ruined Charger games for me for life.
I think one more thing I'm going to say about the Chargers is the receiving core. I think there needs to be a shakeup in that this offseason. This Keenan Allen, Mike Williams duo, I don't know how long you're just going to hold on to it. Mike Williams, the injuries have kind of been a thing. He's a great wide receiver every other week. It's maybe every 3 weeks, whatever it is.
Mike Williams. Yeah, he's a great wide receiver the 3 games he plays every year.
There you go, man. There you go. It's just there needs to be a switch up. There needs to be a complete switch up. Eckler wants a lot of money this offseason. There's trouble approaching, but the first checkoff is fire Brandon Staley. That is your first checkoff, and that should have been the first checkoff a long time ago. So
and Kellen Moore will be the coach next year.
I'm all for that. Release the reins and let him go. So.
All right, my friend. Well, we gotta go to break. It's fine.
I hate when
we got Heavy T's game show coming up after the break, so we're gonna have a lot of fun doing that. Tell everyone it's at Better Thomas. By the way, shout out to these the first ever bench cut start question. They get a free hoodie. Make sure you hit them up on the Instagram. Yeah, send us more of those, and we'll send out a hoodie to that person. Thanks for joining Rants on the Street. All right, at Better Thomas. Hit him up on Instagram. Hit him up on TikTok. Get your questions in for next week. He'll be back. We got a good one next week, my friend. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Nice.
All right, buddy. We'll see you next week.
Good seeing you. I'll be watching the show.
Yes, sir. All right. We are here. We are at the top of the hour, which means one thing. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back from the break, what everybody's been wanting pretty much this first hour, Heavy T's, back by popular demand, Heavy T's Make the Cut. That's right. Make the cut. And a very special intro was made for this that you cannot miss. After the break, Anthony, Jared, and Adam join me and Heavy T for Make the Cut. We'll see you soon, my fellow ranters. Boom.
From the Hometown Hero series, Zach Parise.
That is a very nice card, and that's one I'm probably have to organize a little trade ski with you, because I would actually like that card.
You got downtown Newark in the background. I mean, Newark has never looked so good.
No, it is not.
We'll put that back up on the screen. I just want to have a penny sleeve ready, and yes, we can absolutely work out a little trade ski for that, because that belongs in a Devil Fans collection right there.
I'll trade you the Braden Schneider rookie card for it.
Done.
There we go. The first card-for-card trade on Rip and Rip history. And it was that easy. It
was that easy. That's because, you know what? Because neither one of us are jerks. And it's the same thing when we try and do fantasy trades. Like, we don't try and screw each other. We have conversations. If there's a fit, there's a fit. If it's not, it's not. We don't try and, take the other one over the barrel. So there you go. In a penny sleeve. Hometown hero, Zach Parise. He was among the league's most productive goal scorers in 06-07 and followed up with a terrific regular season with an even more impressive postseason. And then they talk about what he did in the first round series against Tampa Bay that year. So that's off to the side for you.
That's true. And, if this is it for his career, he had a hell of a career.
He did.
Hopefully he comes back one more year with the Islanders, but if he doesn't, hell of a run.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Monday Night Rants. I know we had the technical difficulties earlier with Restream and all that, and hopefully you're still out there. I don't see the normal thing I normally see, so hopefully you're out there. I can't see some chat, though, so feel free to ask questions and do what you normally do on a good old-fashioned Monday night. 15-8 currently, the Broncos against the Bills at halftime, or just the start of the third quarter here. Josh Allen did throw a touchdown to Kincaid. So Kincaid now, that's 2 weeks in a row for him, by the way. And Russell Wilson threw a touchdown to Cortland Sutton. I'm not sure how we got 15-8. I'm assuming a 2-point conversion and a missed field goal somewhere, but who knows? But because we were looking forward to this game so much this week, we decided we were going to bring back a classic. That's right. Heavy T's make the cut. If you remember how it's played, I'll let Heavy T explain it to you. But let's bring everybody on right now. We got Adam, Anthony, Jared, me. I'm going to play as well. I'll probably get last. These guys are way more smart when it comes to stuff than me. Trust me. And Heavy T. And let's get this going here. Here's the intro. Everybody, how do I do this? Okay, here we go. Everybody, make the cut.
Time for everyone's favorite game show. Give it up for your host, Tyler Heavy T. Soto.
So cheesy.
Love the hat. Love the hat.
Oh, the hat is amazing, dude. It's the best.
It's funny. It's a big hat.
Yeah, exactly. If you remember that old SNL skit, it's a big hat. It's hilarious. But
Thank you. That's the
easily.
joke.
Thank you. Easily the best $20 I've ever spent in my entire life. It's
I can think of better $20 you could spend, like a Taco Bell drive-through at 1:30 in the morning after you bust out of another poker tournament. But that's neither here nor there.
That sounds very too personal there, Jared.
Yeah, that definitely didn't happen to me last night, but we don't need to get into my degenerate gambling habits.
Should we introduce everyone? I want to know why Mr. Pucking Thoughts over this we're going to charge.
I'm sucking up to the host. That's all. Any edge I can get, but I really should be sucking up to Heavy T. So it was a swing and a miss.
All right, let's go around the room here real quick. Obviously, Jared had Taco Bell last night. We know that. At Mr. Jared Moore. He's a producer here. You can see him on, Rip and Riff, right?
We can, Adam. Yes. And it's funny that you played the Rip and Riff timeout coming back into the segment here, because I have a little bone to pick with my my co-host here that I'm going to bring out onto the air.
Oh, that I haven't gotten around to shipping you the card yet because of everything.
Exactly. We do a little trade ski. I fulfill my end of it. And you see this box here? It's empty because I have no card. Where's my Zach Parisi card? What the hell's going on here?
Did he send you an empty box?
No, he didn't send me anything. I just happen to have an empty box lying around.
And he's been here before at Pucking Thoughts,
right.
Of course. Adam Bernard, welcome. Explain the Chargers jersey. You just trying to suck up to me, or what's going on?
Well, yeah, that's what I initially was gonna, and then I realized, it's really Tyler's game, so I'm gonna have to get like a Roddy White Falcons jersey to wear or something like that.
Now we're talking.
Okay. I believe Anthony, you've been on the show as well. Anthony Rivera, he does the NHL stuff for BSN. Fantasy Alarm is the fantasy or better hockey now.
Yep.
It's a great
alongside Pucking Thoughts. I'm with you here, Edward. I think that forget about making the cut. I might get cut real quick tonight.
Okay. Well, if there's a hockey one, I'm definitely got. I did a few hockey bets in Vegas over the weekend. They did not go over too well. I even text Adam and I was like, "Hey, how does this look?" He's like, I'm like, "Oh, I'm in trouble here."
You got one of them.
Yeah, I did get one of the two, but I just happened to parlay them like a dummy. So there you go.
That happens.
It was fun. So Heavy T, go ahead, man. Let's
Yeah, so the game is very simple. I don't know if you guys saw the email I sent you this morning, but we'll go over the rules real quick. So basically, I am going to give you guys a category. For example, I need you to give me every World Series winner in reverse chronological order. So let's say we start with Edward. Edward would give me the most recent winner, which is the Texas Rangers. Then Jared would give me the next most recent winner, which I believe is don't remember, the Astros before that.
Correct.
You'd be cut.
Yeah, I'd be cut immediately. And then so on and so forth. So it's very simple. If you were the first one cut, you receive 2 points. If you were the second one cut, you receive 4. If you are the third one cut, you receive 6. If you are the last one standing, you receive 10. If you can give me the next correct answer, if you cannot, you will receive 6 points. We will do 3 rounds officially, 4 time permitting, and we'll see who wins after. So with that in mind,
and when you get cut, you get taken off the screen too.
Yes,
Like
you get taken off the screen. Yes,
slide right. Yeah.
It is really funny because
I think we should have hecklers. I'm not so sure we should be taken off the screen, but it's your show, so.
Okay, I might be okay with that. We'll
maybe
mute.
mute.
Can you mute us?
Yeah, we could mute so we could see reactions. Those are really fun.
Okay.
So we could do that. I think we'll do that instead. So
Okay.
With that in mind, we're going to start with I need you guys to give me every single Stanley Cup champion in reverse chronological order. I figure we have the hockey guys on. Let's start with the hockey guys.
Can I go first?
Edward, you will go. You will go first, Edward. I need the most recent Stanley Cup champion.
It's everywhere there. The Vegas Golden Knights. See, let's go.
Okay, Jared.
Oh, screwed.
All right, so that was 2023. 2022 would be the Colorado Avalanche.
That is correct. Anthony.
I am going Tampa Bay Lightning.
That is correct. Adam, looking for 2020.
That would also be the Lightning, the bubble championship.
That is correct. Edward, back to you. We're looking for 2019.
Ooh, was that the Ovechkin sleeping with the Stanley Cup year?
That is incorrect. So we will go to Jared. If you can give me 2019, please.
I made a lot of money on this run, betting on this team throughout their championship run. That would be the St. Louis Blues.
That's dope. I love that. Love to see a betting story. All right, we are going to 2018 with Anthony.
I will now steal Edward's answer and go with the Washington Capitals.
That is correct.
Just off by a year, Ed. It's fine.
Just off by 1 year. All right, 2017 to you, Adam.
I actually remember when they clinched the cup in Game 6 because I was watching it on a JetBlue flight, the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Nice. Love that. 2016 to you, Jared.
This was a back-to-back championship. The Pittsburgh Penguins also won this Stanley Cup.
That is correct.
Whatever year this was.
16, yes. So 2015 to you, Anthony.
I think it's the Chicago Blackhawks.
That is correct. 2014 to you, Adam.
Oof.
Yeah, I really got to bring this one. I got to say who won this one. We all know I know who won this cup. Freaking Alec Martinez in Game 5.
Oh, dude, it was amazing. It was a glorious experience watching that.
That one timed out pretty well, didn't it?
Yeah. All right. 2013, Jared.
2013 is the Chicago Blackhawks.
That is correct. 2012, Anthony.
Oh, how fitting is this?
Oh,
the
wow.
Kings against the Devils. How fitting is that? Oh.
Get to do it again. That was another game I got to watch while at work at a grocery store. Love that. 2011, Adam.
That was Bruins Canucks. Bruins won Game 7.
You are correct. 2010, Jared.
That was the first of the Chicago Blackhawks 3 championships in the early to mid 2010s.
That is correct. 2009, Anthony.
Pittsburgh Penguins?
That is correct.
Okay.
2008, Adam.
My first ever Stanley Cup game was the year the Penguins won the cup in Pittsburgh that year, but there was a rematch that year and the Red Wings beat them the year before.
That is correct. 2007, Jared.
Well, this one pains me a little bit as a Devils fan, considering the captain of the team is Scott Niedermayer. This is the Anaheim Ducks, or the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, whatever they were going by at the time.
Anaheim Ducks, we'll take that. Honestly, I would have taken either one. 2006 to Anthony.
I think this was the first cup back after the lockout, so I'm going to go the Carolina Hurricanes.
You are correct on both answers. So we're going to skip 2005, 2004, Adam.
That was the first Tampa Bay Lightning championship.
All right, we're on a roll here. 2003, Jared.
I'm going to cheat on this one. Give me 1 second. New Jersey Devils.
Absolutely love that. 2002, Anthony.
2002. Detroit Red Wings?
That is correct. Oof. 2001, Adam.
This was the infamous Ray Bourque traded to the Avalanche Stanley Cup 0-1 over, I believe it was somebody's Devils.
Yes, that is correct. 2000, turn of the century, Jared.
Well, that's still up to date behind me. So yeah, it's New Jersey Devils. Funny how that works out.
They did not plan it, but hey, it works out. 1999, Anthony.
The Dallas Stars.
That is correct.
Skating the crease.
1998, Adam.
Red Wings.
Correct. 1997, Jared.
1997. I believe this was also the Detroit Red Wings.
That is correct. 1996, Anthony.
Jared can't get all of them, so it's the New Jersey Devils. Oh, wait, no.
No.
That is incorrect. 1996, Adam.
So you set it up for Jared to get all of them because this is the Colorado Avalanche. So
that is correct. 1995, Jared.
All right, the last gimme from me here. Yep, checks out. New Jersey Devils, 1995.
That is so ironic how that's actually panned out. I love that. 1994, Adam.
This makes up for your 2014 stunt. And hopefully I see another one, and it doesn't take another 54 years, but the New York Rangers.
That is correct. 1993, Jared.
I believe this is the last cup won by a Canadian team, the Montreal Canadiens.
That is correct, beating Gretzky and the Kings. Unfortunate, but it is the way it is. 1992, Adam.
Penguins.
That is correct. 1991, Jared.
Oh, boy, this is where we're going to get into dicey territory. I think 91 was also Penguins.
That is correct. 1990, Adam.
Edmonton Oilers, the one without Wayne Gretzky.
That is correct. 1989, Jared.
1989 was the Calgary Flames.
That is correct. 1988, Adam.
Gretzky's last cup. 88 Oilers.
That is correct. 1987, Jared.
Yeah, we're at the point now where I'm basically just throwing darts. So I know they won a ton of them in the 80s. So I'm going to say they went back-to-back Edmonton Oilers.
That is correct. 1986, Adam.
Patrick Waugh's first Stanley Cup, Montreal Canadiens.
1985, Jared.
I think this one is also Edmonton Oilers.
That is correct. 1984, Adam.
Be the Edmonton Oilers again.
That is correct. 1983, Jared.
1983 was the New York Islanders.
That is correct. 1982, Adam.
This is going to be fun back and forth here. The Islanders.
That is correct. 1981, Jared.
Not the Rangers, the New York Islanders.
That is correct. 1980, Adam.
That would be the Islanders again.
That is correct. The fourth straight right there. 1979, Jared.
Oh, boy, I have no freaking idea. I think this is where we're finally going to get stumped. Because back then there was like 12 teams in the league as well. I'm going to say the Montreal Canadiens. I have no idea.
That is correct. 1978, Adam.
I believe that would be Les Habitants again.
That is correct. 1997, Jared. 1977, sorry.
1977. Damn it. I was really hoping I'd win on that one. I think I'm just going to keep saying Canadians until I'm wrong. So Canadians.
That is correct. 1976, Adam.
I'm going to go with that strategy because it's correct here. The Canadians.
That is correct. 1975, Jared.
I don't think they won this one. I'm going to say I know Philly won once at some point in the 70s. I just don't know what year. So I'm going to say the Philadelphia Flyers.
That is correct. 1974, Adam.
You were technically wrong because they won twice and it was back-to-back. It was the Flyers.
That is correct.
God damn it.
1973, Jared.
73. When in doubt, say Montreal.
That is correct. 1972, Adam.
For the second time, I have to deal with a team that beat the Rangers, the 72 Bruins.
That is correct. 1971, Jared. This is impressive. Not going to lie.
When in doubt, say Montreal.
That is correct. 1970.
One of the most iconic sports photos of all time. Bobby Orr flying through the air with the game-winning goal, the 70 Cup final for the Bruins over the Blues.
That is correct. 1969, Jared.
Gosh, now we're really into the nitty-gritty. We're getting close to when the Leafs actually won cups. But I don't know if they won one year. I'm bound to be wrong. I'll say Montreal.
That is correct. Adam, 1968.
Now we're starting to get hairy for me. When in doubt, I mean, Montreal was such a dominant force. Montreal.
That is correct. 1967, Jared.
I think the last Leafs Cup was 67, so I'm going to say Toronto.
That is correct. 1966, Adam.
Shout out Chris Murray. We're going Montreal again.
That is correct. 1965, Jared.
I just want this game to end. 1965. I mean, at this point now, we're really just looking at like original six.
You have a 1 in 6 chance at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, that first wave of expansion. So I'll say Montreal.
That is correct. 1964, Adam.
Toronto, because they were good back then.
That is correct. 1963, Jared.
Montreal.
That is finally incorrect. 1963. Adam, for a full 10 points, can you give me the 1963 Stanley Cup champion?
So I know it's not the Rangers. The Blackhawks also were pretty crappy back then. Bruins. I'm going with one of the Canadian teams here. It's just who am I going to guess? Because the Wings were kind of towards the end of their fifth dominance in the 50s. Toronto.
For a full 10 points, that is correct. The Toronto Maple Leafs in 1963. That was really well done. That was very impressive.
You gave the hockey guys Stanley Cup winners.
Oh, don't worry. There are other categories.
I played a full game of solitaire over
I
here.
saw that. Funny.
I thought you were playing Uno.
Oh, that may be next.
That's actually what I thought it was to begin with. Okay, no, really impressive. So the scores after round one, we are looking at Edward with 2, Anthony with 4, Jared with 6, Adam with 10. For round 2, I don't think we're going back to the 60s. I can tell you that much.
Oh, hell
For
no.
round 2, I need you to give me, in reverse chronological order, every single NFL offensive rookie of the year.
All right. So no defense here, huh?
We're assuming this is Associated Press voted.
Yeah. Yes, that'd be correct. And we are going to start backwards. We are going to start with Adam, 2022.
Giving me one of my guys, Garrett Wilson.
That is correct. Anthony, 2021.
I'm just gonna bow out now.
I was humbled. Take a stab.
I was humbled last round. Let me see. Yeah, I
Take a guess.
Hey, take a guess. You never know.
What year is this
Maybe
again?
it's the Montreal Canadiens.
2021.
Just guess Montreal Canadiens. You may be right.
2021. Dang, man. I got nothing, fellas.
All
Tapping
right.
out.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. We will give you 2 points for that.
Last time on the MLB World Series, I was out after the year I lost. So don't feel bad.
2021 Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jared.
That was Jamar Chase.
That is correct. 2020, Edward.
If I get this wrong, I'd be fired from fandom for the rest of my life. Justin Herbert.
That is correct. 2019, Adam.
Well, fun fact about this is that because the trophy was so close to the size of the recipient that year, they actually had to shrink it down a little bit. So Kyler Murray.
Oh, that's big. 2018, Jared.
I think this was Saquon Barkley.
That is correct. 2017, Edward.
I maybe join Anthony. Did Alvin Kamara win Rookie of the Year? I don't know if he did or not. I think he did.
Is that a final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct. 2016, Adam.
I was hoping Ed would pass because I knew there was Kamara. Now I'm a little. So who's around 20? That Daxia?
I remember who's drafted in these years.
Was that Daxia?
Yeah, I know. It's tough.
Dak Prescott.
Is that a final answer?
I will make that a final answer.
That is correct. 2015, Jared.
I don't even know this one.
Join the club. I don't think I know this one.
I hope you do.
Oh, boy. 2015.
Ooh, no.
2015. This was before like that whole Josh Allen wave of quarterbacks. But this was after. No, this was before Goff and Wentz that year. 2015. I can't remember who went number one overall. It's got to be like a stud receiver or something because I can't think of a quarterback. So what stud receiver's been in the league for a while? I mean, total shot in the dark, probably wrong on this one. I'm going to say DeAndre Hopkins.
That is incorrect. 2015, Edward.
It's one of two. I don't remember the years, but I know they went back to back. I don't know.
I don't know what happens with the Blues. It's so random.
This has happened. I updated my Mac, and every once in a while when I make hand gestures, things happen. I've had balloons, random thumbs up bubbles. I don't know what is going on. But I'm going to go 50-50 shot. It's either one of these two, which I hope you may know the other one there, Adam, is... I think I'm wrong. Is this Todd Gurley?
Is that a final answer?
Yes.
Todd Gurley is correct. 2014, Adam.
And that one's the other one.
Now,
Then I'm
going off of Jared's theory of a stud receiver around this time, was this Odell Beckham Jr.'s year?
That is correct. 2013, Edward.
Who won the Heisman? See, college football, I know, so I'm trying to put rookies and college together to try to figure it out, which is a good strategy, actually. Oh, I'm between two people too. I think. Oh, big fat Eddie Lacy, baby.
That is correct. 2012. 2012, Adam.
Oh, so you call a running back big and fat, but I make a joke about a quarterback's height being a little too much. That's not okay. All right, I guess
that's fair. That's fair.
Oh shit, I don't know. So before Eddie Lacy, so it was 2012.
2012.
Cam Newton?
That is incorrect. Edward, for the full 10.
I finally got one!
For the full 10, can you give me the 2012 Offensive Rookie of the Year?
Why, yes, I can, Heavy T. His name is Robert Griffin III.
That is correct. Well done.
I'm retiring, guys. Enjoy the rest of the night. I'm leaving.
Well done.
That's the first time I've won a round. All right.
Okay. So we are looking at the scores. We have Edward with 12, Jared with 10, Anthony with 8, and Adam with 16. We will do one more round. It is still anyone's game. So what I need from you guys, and we're going to start back at the top. So we're going to start with Edward. I need you to give me every single World Series loser in reverse chronological order, starting with Edward and this most recent World Series 2023.
I went out in the second round of the winners last time, and now you do this to me, Heavy T?
Yes, I did.
At least I'm first.
Gave me the most recent one. Just say it.
It was like 2 weeks
The
ago.
Arizona Diamondbacks. The Arizona Diamondbacks.
That is correct. Jared, 2022.
Last year's World Series loser was the Philadelphia Phillies.
That is correct. Anthony, 2021.
Houston Astros.
That is correct. Adam, 2020.
Dodgers. Tampa. The Dodgers beat Tampa.
That is correct. And I just lost my page here. Hold on one second. Let's see. That is correct. Okay, so 2019, Edward.
I know the Dodgers lost like a couple in a row around this time. Because my mom's a Dodgers fan. I had to hear her talk about it a lot. What year again? Sorry.
This is 2019.
That was the year before the pandemic. That's after I moved into my new house. The Nationals won that year. Who'd they play? Oh, they didn't play the Dodgers, so it had to be the Astros.
That is correct. 2018, Jared.
2018 was one of the ones the Dodgers lost. They lost to the Red Sox.
That is correct. 2017, Anthony.
Dodgers lose to the Astros.
That is correct. 2016, Adam.
The Cubs beat Cleveland.
That is correct. 2015, Edward.
I love how you guys are telling me who won too. Thank you for that, by the way.
That's how I remember that.
I don't even know who won this World Series, what I was doing this year. I think it was one of the Giants years around this time. Who did the Giants play in the World Series? Did the Giants beat Kansas City? Kansas City?
That is incorrect. So we're going to go 2015 to Jared.
Kansas City won that World Series. They beat the New York Mets.
That is correct. Edward, 1 year off. We're going to go 2014. Anthony.
That is the Kansas City loss to the Giants.
That is correct. 2013, Adam.
Boston beat Cardinals.
That is correct.
Staying alive, baby.
2012, Jared.
This was I think this was the Detroit Tigers losing to the Giants.
That is correct. 2011, Anthony.
I am going to 2011. I think it is the Cardinals beating Texas.
That is correct. 2010, Adam.
This was the first of the Giants every other years, and they beat Texas that year.
That is correct. 2009, Jared.
This was the last Yankee championship. They beat the Phillies in 6 games.
That is correct. Nice with the game.
Good times.
2008, Anthony.
Tampa loses to the Phillies.
That is correct. 2007, Adam.
Wasn't that when Boston like backhanded the Rockies?
Yeah,
Is that
maybe
a final answer?
maybe the worst World Series ever.
Yeah,
it's up there. Although I will say this year's is pretty bad, but the Colorado one's pretty bad. 2006, Jared.
2006. I think this was also Tigers' loss. I think they lost to the Cardinals.
that was also a boring World Series. I remember.
It was pretty bad too.
There was a stretch of bad World Series this year because there's a few more coming up.
2005, Anthony.
Speaking of,
the Astros from the National League lose to the Chicago White Sox.
That is correct. 2004, Adam.
oh, I mean, isn't that the historical Red Sox? Blah 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 blah. They beat the Cardinals that year.
That is correct. 2003, Jared.
That would be the New York Yankees. They lost to the Florida Marlins in 6 games.
That is correct.
That was a painful one.
Yeah, it was
It
a good
was
one.
painful. Freaking
2002, Anthony.
Giants lose to the Angels.
Thank you, and you earned bonus points for that. Correct. 2001.
How does he earn bonus points?
Because he reminded you that the Angels won a World Series at some point?
Yes, they are fake bonus points that mean absolutely nothing as they float on into the ether. 2001, Adam.
All right, now I thought the Marlins loss was painful, but the Yankees lost to the Diamondbacks. Now that was painful.
That is correct. 2000, Jared.
That may or may not be the year Joe Adele was born. I'm not 100% on that, but it was the year the Yankees beat the Mets.
I am going to take points away for bringing that treacherous name into this show. We do not talk about him, but you are correct. 1999, Anthony.
The Braves.
That is correct. 1998, Adam.
Oh, that was the 114 Yankee one year they beat the Padres.
That is correct. 1997, Jared.
97 was the then Cleveland Indians. They lost to the Marlins.
That is correct.
Great World Series.
Anthony.
The first of the dynasty for the Yankees. They beat the Braves.
That is correct. 1995, Adam.
Cleveland lost to Atlanta that year.
That is correct. We will skip 94. There was a player strike, no World Series.
Skip 94.
That's what you get, Joe, for mentioning Joe Adele's name.
Yeah, well, I knew that one.
Just canceled baseball for a year because Joe Adele happened to be a thing. So 1993, Jared.
I think 93 was the Phillies.
That is correct. 1992, Anthony.
92 was the Braves.
That is correct. 1991, Adam.
One of the best World Series I could ever remember. The Braves lost to the Twins.
That is correct. 1990, Jared.
I think this was the Giants A's World Series, but I don't remember who won it. So that's quite a predicament. I don't know. I'll say the San Francisco Giants.
What year was that? 1989. Yes, that is correct. 1989. That is correct. 1988, Anthony.
The Dodgers beat the Oakland A's.
That is correct. 1987, Adam.
Did we skip 1990?
I think we did, and we're just going to go along with it. So I totally screwed that. I realized it like 15 seconds later. That's my bad. So we're going to skip that. We're in 19. What year was I? We just did 19.
I think we're in 87.
We're in 1987.
I know 90. I don't know 87. So for bonus points, the A's lost to the Reds in 90, but in 87, Kansas City.
That is incorrect. So we're going to go 1987 World Series loser to Jared.
87 World Series loser. That would be it's really riveting YouTube streaming content right now with Edward balancing a basketball. 87 wasn't Kansas City. See, I don't even know who won it, let alone who lost it. I have no idea. I'm going to say the Minnesota Twins.
That is incorrect. So Jared will finish with 6. Anthony, for the full 10, can you tell me who lost the 1987 World Series?
The St. Louis Cardinals lost to the Twins.
That is correct. Well done.
That is
I was hoping Jared would say Montreal. I'm not going to lie.
Give me 1 second to tally up the scores real quick.
What was the last category if we had time, by the way?
It would have been NBA Rookie of the Year.
Oh God.
Oh, I would have been out.
So give me 1
Right.
We found next time they all come on, we're doing nothing but Rookie of the Years,
We'll do
baby.
nothing
Let's
but
go.
Maybe if we kept it to like the 90s, I'd have a chance. But
You know what? Next time they come on, I might do something fun for me. I might do like WWE Champions or something like that.
Oh, that one, dude. I would.
That'd be good.
Who is Roman Reigns? And after that, I'm done.
Okay, so it was actually a pretty close game. We have the final scores. In last place, we have Edward with 14.
I won a round.
And you still
You guys
lost.
are crazy.
You like that sometimes. Anthony in third with 16.
So mean.
Jared in second with 18. And Adam in first with 20.
all right.
Really, really close.
Well, at least I
That's
didn't lose.
Twice now. He's a 2-time defending
That
champion.
is true.
now.
Yes.
Won
Okay.
twice.
When do I get a
So he has
belt?
to come on again the next time, like Jeopardy. You do it. We do this. He has to come on again to defend his crown. All Rookie of the Year, baby.
Yeah, all Rookie of the Year. I'll figure out. Might give you like name me every single like Australian Open champion or whatever, like something random like
Beyond
that.
org.
I might be sick that day.
All right, guys, that was a blast. Thank you so much for playing. I love doing this game.
That was
Yeah,
awesome.
That
Thanks for
was
having me.
a lot of
All right,
fun.
what do you want to talk
I'll
about now?
I'll have to find things to do when you guys are after I get kicked out so early on these champions. Like I had nothing to do. I almost got my like boxing men thing down and started playing with that. I was like, what? I don't have to do. But no, it was a lot of fun.
I could
Thank
open
you
a
guys for
mystery
coming
slab.
on,
We
and-
could do a little rip and riff,
mystery slab.
whatever. Are you familiar with the mystery slab?
We have stuff we still got to do, but I'm very intrigued on what a mystery.
Yeah, no,
slab
I
is.
say
I'm not
do
gonna
the
lie.
mystery slab. I need to see this.
Let's do the mystery
Little taste
slab.
of rip and riff here.
Yeah, a little
Yeah, let's do a
Cross
little
taste of it.
promotion.
baby. Let's go.
Saturday's
Heck yeah.
episode, we pulled the Kyle Pitts autograph. So who knows? Maybe we'll get
Oh,
something
heavy
interesting.
T! Look at that. Is that something you're interested in?
Worth
you wanna
about
buy
5
it from me?
cents right now. That's a pass for the moment, but I appreciate the thought.
Well, I mean, it's only going to go up in value once the Falcons finally get rid of Arthur Smith.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's true.
All right, let's see what we got here.
What do we got here? I'm very excited here. So,
So where do you find mystery slabs?
So there's a store by me called Toy Wiz that deals with a lot of like collectibles, mostly like comic book stuff, like Pokemon cards, stuff like that. But they also sold mystery slabs, and so I decided for a show that I don't get paid for on BSN that I'm going to spend $600 buying all of them.
Oh, hell
I
yeah.
advised him to not do that for the record.
He did advise me not to do it, and I'm dumb, so I did it anyways.
but you got
So we have a 2021-22 Leaf Metal Scotty Barnes autograph,
Ooh.
orange rookie card.
That is gold right there. I'll tell you what. By the way, 2 years ago, NBA Rookie of the Year right there, baby. Boom!
There you go. That's how we go full circle.
Is it numbered?
Yeah,
Beautiful.
So the autograph is a 10. The card itself is a 9.5.
No, but I mean, like, is it numbered like on the back?
Yeah, this is 3 out of 7 from Leaf.
Damn.
Wow.
Okay.
So I'm seeing that selling on eBay right now for $100. So you got your money's worth on that one.
Yeah,
There
easily.
you go.
Well
There
done.
we
Nice
go.
ball.
Scotty Barnes. By the way, Thomas Stevens, that was his comeback player of the year,
Yeah.
or breakout player of the year, or most improved too, which he's been balling too as well. So that's a great find right there. I'll take
3
that.
out of
Thank you.
7.
Appreciate
Damn,
it.
well
Well
done.
done. Well done. Little bit of rip and riff action right there. Love it. The Scotty Barnes, the Monday Night Rants autograph, 9.5 out of 10, and the 10 out of 10 on the. Oof, that's a good find. I'd rather have that than the Kyle Pitts, not gonna lie. Well, hey, the latest episode is up on the BSN YouTube right now, right?
For Better Hockey Now, for Anthony and I, just went up a little while ago. We just recorded that with Christopher Moraes earlier today. And like Jared mentioned, Saturdays for Rip and Riff. We got a nice episode coming out this week. And for Thanksgiving, we'll be doing a special Survivor Series themed episode.
Ooh.
Yes. Little WWE cards. Let's go.
I will tune in for that. That's pretty cool.
I might just, can I just sit in on that episode?
Yeah,
as it's going on live, can I sit in on that?
We'll actually be joined by SiriusXM's Busted Open's Dave LaGreca for that one. So that is going to be a very fun one to do. Jared and I go way back with Dave. So
okay. I am.
Yeah, right. Maybe we'll sit it live.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Do you have a figure to open up?
Not right. I am not prepared for that right now.
I actually do have some figures here. Got a little box from Ringside Collectibles. I got the Cody Rhodes action figure with the torn pec.
Beautiful.
You might have to crack it. Well, I don't know if you want to open them, but
this one I might open. I also have some AEW figures, but it's kind of weird if we're going to open AEW figures on a WWE Survivor Series centric show. But yeah, got like the Danhausen, Very Nice, Very Evil.
Cool. You guys are making Heavy T really happy right now.
Geeking the hell out right now. Like, oh my God.
I know. Well, I want to get this one signed, but
I do have the starting lineups for tomorrow's unboxing right near me, but I can't show them because then it ruins the whole guessing game. So, can't do that.
It does, and the guessing game is a very pivotal part of the show, and I think we're going to have to let our guests participate in that one tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which will drive me nuts, but it is what it is.
All right, so we got Better Hockey Now, just released today. Check it out. And that's like DFS plays, injury news, stuff.
Fantasy, betting, overall storylines, weekly hockey podcast.
Awesome. I'll check it out for some betting picks. I got to get on the plus because I had the Action Network thing where I'm like plus, minus, and all the sports. I'm now negative in hockey. I don't like that. So you guys got to help me get back up.
All right. Cool.
And then Rip and Riff will be out and a Survivor Series for Thanksgiving and all sorts of stuff going on. Make sure you guys, there's so much good programming on Better Sports Network. It's crazy. Just go to the YouTube. You can almost find any sport. If you're into card collectibles, there's that here as well. Just pulled a Scotty Barnes autograph card on the show. Come on now. I'm sure even better cards get pulled on the show. The best betting on hockey.
It's been a lot of Sam Darnold.
No, and obviously the best hockey show there is for fantasy, for betting, for just overall knowledge. There is as well. So thank you guys so much. I would say give yourself a little plug, but I just gave you all a plug. If you need their Twitter handles, take a screenshot right now at Mr. Jared Moore, at Pucking Thoughts, and at Rivera 86. Let's go, gentlemen. We'll have you back again. That was a lot of fun. And hopefully I could rip some cards with you and maybe even get on Better Hockey Now a little bit. I don't know much, but I like betting.
There we go.
There's that. All right, guys. Love you guys. Have a good night. Enjoy the rest of this exciting game, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks for having
me. Football game.
Right. Man, Heavy T, that was fun.
That was 100% a blast.
I am so surprised how long the hockey. Actually, not because they're all hockey guys, but that went forever, man.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to go back that far, and it went back really far. So I'm just like, okay, cool. Like.
And apparently Montreal won like 14 championships all in the span of 20 years or something.
They did. They were good back in the day. Real quick, before we go to break, Monday Night Football update. Started the fourth quarter. Riveting game, 15-15. We're looking for scoregami, baby. Let's make it happen.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Not the numbers you'd want on your Super Bowl squares either. That's for sure.
True.
But it can't end this way. So there you go. Any big players balling out, really?
I have no idea. I know Cortland Sutton decided to turn into prime Randy Moss for the first half and screwed me in fantasy. So
749-1. Gabe Davis 2 for 55. Kincaid 5 for 51 and a touchdown. Shakir only 1 for 24. Diggs 3 for 34. The running game is 9 for 68 for Latavius Murray and a touchdown. Only 7 for 41 for Cook and only 2 receptions. Not looking good for Cook owners, especially with Mr. Lenny Fournette in the wings as well. Murray getting more action. That's not good.
Totally forgot he was on that team. That is right.
Josh Allen, 2 interceptions. Ugh. Not playing his best football. Hey, can CJ Stroud win the MVP and Rookie of the Year the same year if he keeps it up? These other quarterbacks are not playing as well as he is.
You know, I did see something that Jim Brown is the last person to win Rookie of the Year and MVP. So, I mean, his stats are even better than Mahomes, and you got to be. It's funny because people in Houston, because I was still living there at the time, people in Houston ripped into Lovie Smith for purposely winning that last game to take them out of the number 1 pick and give them number 2. And well, they better send him an apology letter because CJ Stroud looks like the dude.
Yeah, I was right.
All right, we'll let you be right. We'll let you be right for a minute.
Once, okay,
yeah, just once.
Well, you did a hell of a job hosting as always. Thank you so much. Love your hat. I hope you like the intro. It was great. But now we have more content to put in the intro of everyone laughing of all the different guests we've had on doing it for a while. We'll just keep on adding to the intro until it's like 2 minutes long. Just everyone just doing this, like the old 90s intro, like this.
Love that. Just absolutely love
it. Just their name.
Oh, man. In the meantime, it is time to prepare the eulogy. So you have some things to do before I do that. So take it away.
Yeah, let's take a quick break. We have one more break, and after the break, I'm gonna do Case of the Mondays and then a eulogy from Heavy T, and we'll let you go in your merry way. Hope you guys enjoyed that. It's a lot of fun. A staple here now on the Better Sports Network at MNR Rants or MNR Rants at Better Network. Yeah, that's all good. Same thing. After the break, it's time to see who has a Case of the Mondays. Boom.
Of the NHL games, I had a conversation with Coop A Fiasco yesterday when we were producing High Stakes, and he was talking about playing video games. And I, since he covers fantasy football, I said, "Hey, are you going to be getting the new Madden this year?" And he goes, "Yeah, I don't really play Madden. I play NHL." And that tells you, and it really does, that I do feel that the NHL game is better than Madden. I feel like Madden is overrated. The NHL game is so realistic. I don't know if you guys saw the trailer and all the new additions that they added to this game, but it really looks good. I tried finding all the games that I had of NHL, and I thought I had a lot. I only have 4 of them. And that's because I used to live with my my roommate and good friend who got me into hockey, and we would play most of it in his house. So he has most of the games, but I do got 21.
There you go.
I got NHL 18. We got Connor McDavid up there. NHL 12, I think, was the start of the new consoles for me. But the big one, the Holy Grail of NHL games, NHL 94 for the Sega Genesis, right there. Look at that. Look at that beautiful cover. Look at it. Looks like a VHS tape. That's how good this game was.
No, let me stop you right there. So people, VHS tape, if you don't know, it's this like rectangular black plastic with the magnetic tape on the inside. Tape's this big. You put it in something called a VCR. For a little while, there was something called Beta that didn't last too long.
Look at this cartridge. I mean, they're not cartridges anymore. They're either discs or those little memory cards. But man, that thing is thick, right? And
you don't even need a cartridge or a disc anymore. You can buy the digital version. And
then you got Ron Barr on the book. I mean, he used to be always in the intro telling you about the team and what was going to be happening in the game. So NHL 94 is by far my favorite game, sports game. I love that game.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Monday Night Rants on the Better Sports Network at Fantasy Alarm, as well on both YouTubes and my Facebook. Thank you, everyone, for watching on the Facebook and commenting after and the messages I get. And I try to answer as many fantasy football and betting questions as I can on there. I appreciate it all, though. I know I was a little behind this last week, but I was also on vacation in Vegas. So, by the way, love those guys. That was a blast having them on. Love that format. Love that show that Heavy T does to make the cut. We're going to have some fun with that in the upcoming months. That's for sure. So, Rookie of the Year, NBA. See, I knew Scotty Barnes. I knew when he was Rookie of the Year. I would have nailed that one. That's my jam right there. That's my jam, my butter. That's my whole toast. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, my fellow ranters? That's what I'm saying. What I'm going to say now is I'm going to give out some awards, but not the award you want weekly on this show. No. It is time for...
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
I teased it. The Clippers have a case of the Mondays. After the trade for James Harden. That's right. This dream team, if you will, of 5 years ago. They have lost 5 in a row, 4 with Harden on the court. So is the problem just Harden not mixing? I talked about it with Thomas Stevens. Not giving Russell Westbrook, who I think was playing pretty good, court time. We were right. We said it wouldn't mesh and it would be sloppy. It's been very sloppy. But get this stat that sums up why James Harden and the Clippers have a case of the Mondays. The Clippers have been outscored by 67 points in 125 minutes over the 4 games with James Harden on the floor. That's right. They've been outscored by 67 points in 125 minutes of James Harden playing basketball. This was a team that was supposed to have a good defense. They got rid of it, a lot of it for him. It's ugly, and it doesn't get any better tomorrow night as they are playing the defending champions, the Denver Nuggets. James Harden and the Clippers.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Trevor Lawrence and the Jags. They had the longest winning streak in the NFL. They were looking like, man, this team could be an elite club. Really big reality check. The 49ers have not been playing great football lately, and they got absolutely, and I mean absolutely annihilated. And Lawrence looked terrible. I know it's a good 49ers defense. I get that, but he lackluster. So lackluster that his QBR of 15 is lower than anyone has had this season so far. That includes Zach Wilson, people. Maybe the Houston Texans have a chance to win this division, especially if Trevor Lawrence can't get it together. But Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
This one's going to be quick because this is every week. Remember last year when the Broncos were on this every week? They won this award every week. Well, this year it's Mac Jones and the Patriots. Not only was he benched, but he was hurt. He had a bruise. Get the heck. Everyone plays with a bruise. Let's be real. It's dumb. And then he comes out and calls out his coach. Belichick looks, I don't know what he's doing. The whole team just looks bad. Loss after loss. They're probably not even going to get the number 1 overall pick because the Bears just solidified that with their win over the Carolina Panthers because they had the number 1 pick. That was a fun game last Thursday, huh? And Germany, what a go out from Europe, huh? I'm sorry you had to watch that game. Ouch. But Mac Jones and the Patriots.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
The big losers of this weekend had to be Oklahoma State. I mean, come on. Bedlam win, beating Oklahoma, getting ranked all the way at number 15 on top of the world. Maybe you have a Heisman contender running back in Ollie Gordon. Well, Ollie Gordon had 12 carries for 25 yards. Ouch. They turned the ball over 4 times. And their defense gave up 592 yards, 15.7 per pass to UCF. Ugly 45-3 loss. Oklahoma State. Ouch. Not a way to turn your season into something after a big win against Oklahoma. Those rivalry games, man, the underdogs seem to win, but they just can't put it together when they should. It's crazy. But Oklahoma State.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
I'm going to start saying that more often, Heavy T. Yeah. All right, we got one more thing to do. And we have a very special eulogy tonight. We say goodbye to Bible Bonkers, who was in the vacation curse. I was actually almost eliminated. I did hold on to my dearest life thanks to Josh Jacobs not getting in the end zone last night. But I get Mahomes back now. I'm going to be happy, even with Carr going out. I should be back and better than ever. The vacation curse is over. However, one player I saw on this team may still be cursed, Heavy T. Yes. You want to go ahead and bid farewell to our friend Bible Bonkers, a.k.a. Hey, it's Randall.
Yes. Here we go. Here again. We are gathered here today to lay to rest the team known as Baby Billy's Bible Bonkers, where if you do not know what that name means, you need to watch Righteous Gemstones immediately because it's great. We lay to rest players such as Trevor Bible Belt Lawrence, Tony, I'm not that guy Pollard, Josh, I like the devil just like Keith since I play for the Raiders. Jacobs. Debo, Judy Gemstone Samuel, meaning he's just kind of there. Taysom, enemy of the Gemstones because of his beliefs Hill. Shout out to Mormons. And Michael, Jesse Gemstone Thomas, meaning he wants it all, but he cannot have it. May we celebrate the life of Bible Bonkers as they always played, as Baby Billy would sing, there will always be a payday. They always played like there was a payday on the other side. We lay them to rest. Amen. I'd also like to point out that Randy wanted me to mention that he did better than me in this league. And that makes me upset, but it is okay.
You did mention those, so shout out to you. And he did. And that's really all he wanted to do.
That's all
he was literally the bottom two, like bottom three every week.
Yeah, man. Dude's one of my really, 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 really good friends. Honestly, some might even call him best friend. I've known him for years in the radio business. So shout out to Randy. You did well your first year. I only had started Gus Edwards. Damn it.
We could all say that about some players, that's for sure. Well, we're moving on without him. It's getting thin. Fab is getting real thin. There's a lot of people with 0. It's going to be really interesting who takes Debo, who's been on at least 5 teams that have been kicked out now. So he's not the man I'm looking at, that's for sure. But we'll see what happens going forward, and more eulogies to come. And mine, who knows? Mine could be next week. It's a good group we have here. Still going strong. So we will play it out, my friend. Speaking of playing out, I think it's time we bid adieu. Man, that goes quick when we play those games. It's insane. We should do it more often. We should have more fun like that more often. There's like straight, I know we didn't give out any bets this week, but I'll give out some bets. And I did crush it yesterday in college. I just haven't had time to do any research for this week, but I'll put out some bets on Twitter and on Facebook for you guys of when I do my research and everything. So I'll still have it, just not on the show. But next week we'll bring it back. Heavy T, what are we doing next week? Anything special? Oh yeah, you're gonna be wearing a pickle outfit.
Right in time for Thanksgiving. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Definitely.
I love it here.
Definitely. Don't let me forget to ship that to you. I have it in a box ready to go. I gotta get that out.
Don't forget to ship it to me. There's your reminder.
Yeah, and that's the last one I'll get until
there you go.
I love it. All right, everybody. Well, from myself, from Heavy T, from Thomas Stevens, everyone at the Better Sports Network, everyone at Fantasy Alarm, go to fantasyalarm.com right now. Get your pro subscription, get access to everything. All the DFS stuff for Week 10 crushed again. The double ups were insane for me. I had no time. I'm in Vegas. I'm gambling. I'm drinking, hanging out with my wife, having a good time. Like, what do? I want to play some DFS. I went on Fantasy Alarm, just plug and played what they had. I won all my double ups. Like, it's that easy. Make sure you go to fantasyalarm.com. Take advantage of all this each and every week. Howard Bender, Coop, Britt, John and Pemba. Shout out to everybody over there doing a great job. Until next week, my fellow ranters, shout out to Taj McGowan. We'll see you soon. Boom.